Alright, hey guys, here we are back for a Golf Clash tutorial, hole number 2 of the Master Tournament. We are setting up our bag here. I'm going to go Kingmaker, I'm going to go Apocalypse, I'm going to go Sniper. And what I'm going to do here, this is kind of like a side crosswind. I really need to do some distance control on this, but also I gotta control the way that I curl this ball as well. So with that being said, you might notice in this bottom corner here that I've kind of boxed it in over here. I just want to kind of show you this little trick to setting up. Here you can see that I've taken the ball and I've essentially just carved it out. And this was, a practice round that I just did. And here you can see that the top of the grid line is on the top of the ball and the bottom is on the bottom. Now, why did I do it this way? Because I'm not using max power and I'm kind of using an in-between curl. So it seems easier to get it consistent time and time again by using my secondary grid option. So if you have this app, the Golf Clash Notebook app for Android, I set up my additional vertical line and additional horizontal line. So all I have to do is basically, lock and unlock those, and I'll have that, basically perfectly carved out spot that I can, just focus on kind of my landing zone and being consistent with the curl. So let's take a look here. Of course, I still have Apoc 4. I have not upgraded yet, so I'm going to switch to an Apoc 5 here. I'm probably going to use about a 10% over adjustment, so 9 rings here. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I usually full curl. And as I mentioned, we're going to kind of scale back here. And you can see where I'm trying to land somewhere right in here. So I'll just go 5. And I'll just go 9, somewhere right in here, 9 rings. And as I mentioned, here's kind of full, which you can see is kind of a little bit more than what I'm doing. So since I'm not going full there, what I'm going to do with my positioning is just come in just a little bit and try to, focus on just a little bit more precision. There you can see I did get a great ball to the left. Let's just see how this rolls out. It usually does hit kind of a slope here. And you can see that it just kind of carves in. You want to watch your overpower, and also keep in mind, you're only going to be able to do that with Apoc 5, Apoc 6, Apoc 7. With Thor's Hammer or something else, or Extra Mile, for instance, you're going to need to come up with probably some kind of hook shot to get enough curl to actually get it in that little gully. And what you can see is I'm taking off the power to kind of just carve it out how hard I should hit it, because I want to avoid going long in that sand. So you can see that I only used about 3 bars of topspin, which I'll do with Apoc 5, Apoc 6, Apoc 7. Similarly with a Apoc 4, for instance, it has a little bit less carry. You can probably go full there. As you can see that I was just kind of gently coming in a little bit, and to kind of set myself at the exact curl and not only the curl, like the in the vertical direction with the right of the ball, but also setting the power to be able to consistently kind of get the rollout that I'm looking for. Now it's not going to be perfect because the way that the green can fluctuate, but it's going to give me a good chance. Now, what I'll usually do for this one is right about 1 top spin or so. So let's set up for that. And I'll usually do some offset here. Let's take a look here. Ooh, it was 11.5 again. So here you can see that I might just gently offset, kind of like this. And additionally to that, we're just going to go 11.5 rings. So let's see how this comes out. Right in here. So what I usually do is have that curl set up. Here you can see it's kind of coming towards the hole. It looks pretty good. it's going to give you a good chance if you can kind of shot replicate that. If your drive's a little bit shorter, you will be right at max club. So you do got to be a little bit careful about that. So if you have, for example, Cat 7, I would recommend Cat 7. Similarly, you can use a Guardian. You just won't be able to see the rollout, which is fine because you really don't need it. It's not like I'm hitting a precision shot that bounces up onto the hole. If you pay attention to the second bounce that you see into the hill and just try to focus on replicating that second bounce into the hill, you can just use that spin, 7 side spin, 1 top spin each and every time, and just go off your, I was going very close to max ring adjustment there. So, just try to shot replicate and be able to get that second bounce to be uniform, and you should be good for this hole to be very consistent time and time again with that shot. So good luck there, guys, and I will see you guys coming up on hole number 3.